This is video number 2. Just a quick recap. So my name is Masha and I'm an educational consultant from Serbia with her own agency. I also am a host of Diving podcast, mainly in Serbian language. So just before we dive into the matter of my channel, I just want to tell you that if you're starting YouTubing, I think the hardest part will be actually talking to these lenses of my iPhone, and I have to pretend that there is like a real person watching this, and my gestures have to be like natural. So I would just tell to everyone starting this that just relax and drink a cup of coffee with yourself where you are talking about this stuff, and that's it. So I think it's gonna be funny because now this channel doesn't have any traction, and later on if this channel succeeds and gains I don't know how many subscribers, it's gonna be funny to watch all of this. Anyhow, today I was thinking to talk to you about how do we choose a perfect university when we want to go, especially and study somewhere to study abroad. So when I was choosing my faculty of law, first I wanted to study languages. Then I was like really creative and I thought, okay, maybe I can do interior, but there wasn't any options in Serbia to study that, believe it or not. So since we're talking in Serbian language here and we are not a native English speaking country, it's kind of different and you have really limited choices you can actually make. So I was like, okay, I already know and speak 5 languages, and I can learn any additionally with courses. So let's do something practical. I'm good with language in terms of communicating with people, and I'm a firm believer I'm like a defender of truth and justice. So I decided to go for law. Was it the best choice for me? I don't know, but if I had information that I possess now in my head, I'm positive that I would have done differently. Back then, 2013, when I was enrolling in the university, we didn't have much info about where to go and what to study, and nobody to explain us what I'm gonna explain to you. So I think that's the first step. Like, how do we choose a proper university for us? A lot of my clients are pursuing rankings. We need to dive into that more. So do you know that rankings mostly don't have anything to do with the quality of certain program itself? So rankings are based on, the size of the campus, how many quotations their PhD students have or their scientist professors have, the size of the classrooms, the history, when was it founded. That there is a reason why Harvard and Oxford and Cambridge and Ivy Leagues are always the first one. I mean, mostly they were the first founded. So, it's kind of tricky to talk about rankings. So what I did while profiling my student, I was always gathering experiences. I was always gathering statistics. Okay, so if 15 clients tell me this is a good option, this must be a good option. So because you can go online and you can do a lot of research about this, and you're gonna have bad comments and positive comments and cons and pros, and you're gonna be confused. I would have clients coming in and telling me, oh Masha, but my friend was there and she said it's really good. How do I beat that? I mean, I really have to tell them from the perspective of as many students as possible I enrolled, what is actually happening and how is the experience overall. You would have to look also for a country. Not every country is going to be like your home country. So going abroad means you're going to meet different people with different personalities, different way of functioning, and you got to adapt. It's not just, oh, I'm abroad and expect everybody to be like me, or like, why are they not like, back home? So there is also that cultural shock at the beginning you need to get over and adapt. My biggest advice would be don't try to have as many international friends as possible. That's why you're going, right? I mean, you do need to meet somebody from America, from China, from India. That's actually the greatest wealth of studying abroad, meeting other people. Also, depending when you're going, you can develop languages. that's also important thing. Like, do you want to develop also a certain language? That's a question you can ask yourself. For example, you want to study abroad in Italy. Okay, you're probably going to learn Italian in those 3-4 years you're going to be there. So also areas of studies, like nowadays, comparing to when I started my studies, you have a variety of choice. Meaning now you have biomed, data science, artificial intelligence, I don't know, business with this kind of psychology. It's like so many of those areas, and I think you're confused. So what is the difference? It was always a question, like internally in my office, like what's the difference between biochemistry, biomed, biotechnology, molecular biology, molecular life sciences? It's like so delicate for me still, but we're gonna talk about all of that. So you gotta have also the proper information about what's out there. So you need somebody to talk about that, either a consultant like I am, or talking with your friends that went abroad, or maybe counselor from your school. You need guidance. Sometimes parents cannot respond to every our question, especially about studying abroad, especially if they haven't done that. So you cannot just rely on the opinion of a parent. Oh, I'm a doctor, you should be a doctor. No, I'm really opposed to that kind of things, and I was opposed, and I'm still opposing it while doing my job as a consultant every day, where I see that specific issues every day. So family legacies or family dreams stuck there, parents' dream, and then you gotta pursue your own dream. So, but you also gotta be realistic about it. Also, what can help is narrowing down the choices. So basically, that's also kind of my job. When you type business or biomed or something like that, you're gonna have tons of choices. And actually, choices are what's confusing us. So this is also good, but this is also good. And how do I choose? Maybe there is something better, and I don't even know. So I think throughout this channel, I'm gonna try to, as much as possible, cover different countries, different universities, and different possibilities, so you can get a glimpse of what it actually means going somewhere abroad and choosing the right academic path for you. So it's like filtering. Consider it like that. I always use that system of elimination when deciding something. Okay, would I like this? Can I imagine myself there? Would it be good for me to see it personally? Because sometimes I even talk to my clients and they're like, but I haven't seen it. I mean, like how do I know? Is it for me? And I always tell to my students, like, if you have resources, go travel, go buy a ticket and go see the university. I can schedule you the campus tour and go see it by yourself. Because sometimes we're imagining something. Like, for example, kids in Serbia, they're dreaming about Ivy Leagues, but they don't know anything about how is actually being there or being in America. Not just being in Ivy League, just being or, seeing American life. And then I get the stories like, it's not quite like we imagined. There is this and that. There's also good stuff, but, so seeing it eases stuff a lot. Also, you have to be properly informed about the conditions. So please do not wait last minute preparations for your exams. It's like, especially studying abroad. I don't know, but when you're actually starting your last year of high school, that's the time when you apply for all of those universities. So basically in your second year, you have to be thinking about this. I'm so sorry I didn't make the system. The system is like this, but it's too early. I think sometimes even when we're 30, we don't know really what we want. So I think it's also bringing a lot of pressure on students nowadays to choose immediately, and then they choose and they're maybe not happy with the option. Thanks God we have masters, so we can always, convert and, redirect and do something else. So those will be mostly my main tips. So start early, start with proper information, go talk with people, educate yourself about this, don't be lazy. I mean, there is tons of information now circulating about all of this, reviews and stuff. Use your own critical thinking, and then you're gonna properly decide. Don't ask too many people about the opinions of, because if you want to make a wrong decision, ask everyone. That's like a proverb I used to tell myself, because everybody's going to tell you something else, and it's based on personal experience. It got nothing to do with actually your life. your life and your choices are only yours. So just please keep that in mind when deciding. I think those 3 or 4 years of your academic life and your university life are crucial for developing you as a person. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna be a top-notch successful business person or entrepreneur or corporate guy or girl later on and you're gonna have an awesome job. It's also about you developing as a character, you building up your discipline and finishing what you started. So I think it's really crucial to make a good decision. So those will mainly be my tips. How would I approach picking up a university? So educate yourself about the system, educate about the country, hire a consultant or somebody to help you out, talk with friends and family, and also don't let anybody influence a lot on your decision. It's only yours. You're gonna go abroad, you're gonna study, you're gonna probably have nostalgia and good and bad stuff happening there, so it's your choice. So I wouldn't dwell on it too much. Those will be like my first insights for you that I have through my work. There is tons of others and we can talk about that later on when this channel grows a bit. But thank you so much for watching this, and hit me up if you need a consultation. I'm gonna leave you a link where you can do that, and don't forget to subscribe so we can get to as many as possible students to hear this out. I think it will mean a lot to somebody. Thank you guys, and see you in the next